Alright guys, a new day, it's a new dollar. We're gonna go for a little ride, and I don't want to go out east. If I go out east to get my pool bleach, you know, the 10%, I gotta go all the way out east, but all my work is out west. And yesterday I worked late doing these yards right here. So it's Friday, April 8th. There we go. Okay, so we got the calendar out of the way, so now we know what day it is. So what we're gonna do, we're going to go west, west, young man, west to a place called Richmond Hill. Now I got the address written down, and I'll punch it into my GPS here in a little while. But I know it's out west, so we're gonna hit Walmart and we're gonna go for the Pool Essentials bleach. I got 6. Remember, I bought 10 last week. I bought 10 gallons. It was on clearance for $2.50 a gallon. The 10% bleach. So the sodium hydrochloride. So that's awesome. So hopefully they still have that on rollback. And if they do, then we're gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get, like, I don't know, 10 more if they got it. And that will give me about 14 gallons of bleach on board, plus I got about 2 or 3 gallons in my chemical tank. So if we could do that, I can knock out the 3 definites that I have to do. I have 1, 2, 3 definite 2-stories to do today. And then if time allows, I'll do the 4th, which is right by my house. So I mean, that would be a $500 day on a about $20 investment maybe in bleach. So between the $2.50 a gallon, and I put 6 in there, so there's $12, $13, $14, $15 right there. So if I go and buy 10 more gallons, I'll probably use 5 or 6 of them. So I mean, if we use 12 gallons, 20, 30 bucks, $500 or 480 bucks on $30, that's pretty good. $450 day, and I'm not going to get dirty. I'm just going to get a little moist. I'm going to get a little damp under the ear from the overspray and stuff, but that's okay, man. I'll take that. I'll take that any day, all day long. And then tonight I get my kids, guys. So and it makes you almost want to cry, but well, I do want to cry. But I get my kids today, so when they get off the bus, and I spoke to my 8-year-old and said, "Come on," this morning. I said, "You know where I live, you know how to get off the bus, and if I'm not there, you know, but I'll be there. You better believe that. By the time you guys watch this, me and my kids will be eating dinner and stuff. You know, we'll be hanging, we'll be kicking it for the weekend. So don't expect any videos this weekend, except maybe I might just do an update video of just saying hi with the kids, just to help." Just to help bring it all full circle for everybody. So that's, yeah. So that's what we got going on today. We got pressure washing and we got the kids. Hold on. All right, let me get myself back together there. And it's emotional, you know. Miss my boys. And I know they miss me. So we're going to run over here to Walmart. We're going to grab this bleach. Like I said, hopefully it's on sale. And if not, then I'm going to scramble and see if I can't find a chemical supply house out west here where I'm going, and purchase some 10% bleach, at least 10%. And then while I'm out here in Richmond Hill, this is the Gravely. This is the place where I bought my Gravely mower. And this is the place that they also sell steel. Not just the Andes by me, but also this place. I will stop by there real quick and see if I can't grab the tube, the extension tube for my BG86 steel handheld blower. I do want that tube to make things a little bit better. So yeah, no, I'm not saying no to the 28-inch, whatever the hell they call it, the Troy BILT 28. I don't know what they call it. I'm not saying no to it. I'm just saying it's a little bit scary, because I had, you know, such bad luck with that darn Time Master. So I mean, if you're doing like a thicker lawn and wet lawn, I say no to the Time Master. Just straight up, hands down, no. It's not worth $1,000. It really ain't. It might be if you're doing dry stuff, but when it comes to the wet stuff, oh my God, it kills you. So, I mean, if you're going to buy the Toro Time Master, I would definitely say, man, you got to have just a regular push mower as a backup that you could just get through the shit. And then maybe later, I don't know, maybe some days it won't be wet. You can go and do that yard. I mean, the Toro Time Master rocks on. I mean, it rocks if you're doing the perfect grass, you know, just nice thin grass, not wet. It did fine. It processed the clippings good, but any bit of moisture, it would get clumped up trying to get out the side chute. It would get clumped up trying to go up into the bag, and it would get clumped up and literally stop the blades and turn the motor off. I mean, it's like, gee whiz, man. It would get stuck. The clippings get stuck between the blade and the deck on like the edges, and God, it was terrible. You know, for $1,100 or whatever it is with tax, 11 something, $1,200, it was terrible. That's why, like, this Troy BILT I have is 21 inch, but good Lord, man, nothing stops it. So I mean, I'm kicking butt. 9 inches shorter than the Time Master 30, but I'm not slowing down. I mean, you guys have seen me mowing tall crap, nasty stuff, bagging up wet leaves. And it's, I mean, as fast as it will mow, as fast as it'll go, it'll mow. It does a great job. I sharpen the blade once a week, if that, because I really don't use the mower that often. So I'm saying no to the Time Master if you got wet, thick stuff. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off just buying a regular push mower. If you can't afford a commercial mower, I wouldn't waste my money on it. And then, as far as the 28, there were some things that I said I did like about it. You know, people are saying it has a 223 cc motor, so that's 30 something cc more than what's on my motor right now, and it probably has more, not just the cc's but the torque. So it's probably pushing 9 or 10 pounds of torque, foot-pounds of torque. So that's probably really good. It does have a 28 inch deck instead of a 30, so that's a little bit less clippings. And the deck appears to be taller, so that should make better circulation. So I mean, it looks like Troy BILT listened to all the complaints of the Time Master, and they kind of did it, because people would say, oh, it needs more power. Well, they put more power. People say, I think it's too much width, not enough deck. So they went a couple inches smaller with about an inch taller deck to make better circulation. So those things seem like it's going to work out pretty nice. It's got the instep self-propulsion, which is like my TB360, where you roll the bar forward to move. That seems pretty cool. So I don't know. I wouldn't be afraid of giving it a shot, guys. Honestly, it's just that the price seems a little bit up there. $500 and something maybe. But eight something? Oh man, I don't know, man. I'd have to, if I bought it, I'd have to be guaranteed that I can return it, and I wouldn't buy it and use it until like June, when I'm dealing with the real stuff. Right now, it would be false. It would be like, oh sweet, yeah, this works good. And then you get to the thick stuff, and then you got a totally different animal. So that would be my suggestion. I would say wait to see in the summer and see what the return policy is at your local Lowe's or whatever. That'd be my suggestion. Let me run into Walmart real fast here. Okay, shut up. I'm putting my seatbelt on, for crying out loud. Okay, so where I gotta go to do this 2-story house is awesome. It's right across the street from where I gotta go to my dealer to see if they have that tube for my blower. So that is Kick Butt, which I know they have the tube. They had a whole bunch of them there, which was like, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta get a tube. But then I left and I didn't get a tube. That was weeks ago. So now I gotta see if I can get a tube. So I just stocked up on some more of that bleach, $2.50 a gallon. I got 10 gallons of it. So the reason why I'm not buying like 20 or 30 or 50 gallons of it is because I don't have enough work lined up for the bleach to get used in a timely manner, and bleach does lose its potency. So the guys at the place where I buy it in bulk. Did say that if you buy the 12% in the 55-gallon drum, after about 30 to 45 days, you might as well just be using the 10% because it does lose its potency, especially if it's out in the sun. So my hopes with this is that, you know, it's indoors, it's air conditioned, and whatever. The stuff in the back stock room is not you know, I know it's not sitting out in the sun. And they're in painted containers. They're not in like clear containers. So, but yeah, like your pool, you know, you put chlorine and you get your pool straight, or even you put a little bit too much in Friday, because Sunday it's gonna wear out. The chlorine loses its potency. So it's the same thing with our you know, with cleaning, as it loses its potency. So that's why I don't want to mess around with a 600-pound freaking 55-gallon drum. And then I end up using 20 gallons out of it, or even 25 gallons out of it. And then in, you know, 3 weeks, I go to use some more and it's not as strong, and I'm still muscling around a heavy drum. And then, you know, on the second month, I just don't use it that often. Now, maybe next year, like next winter, maybe it'll make sense to buy a 55-gallon drum. And, you know, and take it from there. But right now, it just doesn't make sense to do that. I just don't use it enough. And same thing with this. I don't want to buy too much of the pressure wash, of the bleach. Sorry, I'm daydreaming. I don't want to buy too much of the bleach right now and have these jugs sitting in my garage or something losing their potency over time. I only have a few more jobs lined up. Now, are there more coming? Yeah, there probably is. And will I kick myself if I don't, you know, well, I probably might. But, I mean, my prices are based on knowing I gotta pay what I gotta pay at the supply place. Right now, I'm just making out. But I don't want to sit there and waste time with weak bleach in a month from now, because my gallon jugs are gone to poop, if that makes any sense. Cool. So that's the deal there. So I'll be back and we'll be on the first house. Okay, so I got it. Here's the tube I was talking about. So it's special for the BG86, the way it's got the double set up here, so you can go shorter and longer, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But big difference, instead of it being the flat one. I don't like the flat one. I like this one. So, yeah. And then I got that, and I bought 2 bumps for my steel. Now, somebody said the FS100 is the 4 mix. I don't know. I put 2-cycle gas in it. Works like a champ. I don't know. I don't know the difference between 4 mix, 4-stroke, 2-stroke, whatever. 4-stroke, gas and oil. I don't like them too heavy. 2-stroke is what I've used all the time. Love them. 4 mix. Don't know what that means. Don't really care. Kicks butt. Love my weed eater. Lots of power. So that's, whoops. That's the new bump I got. So I got a couple of them. And what I usually like to do is I like to leave one strung with like 65, like 60 or 65, whatever it is, that real thin crap. Because when you got some crazy stuff to go through, that works really nice to go through. It's like thin weed eater line can be compared to a sharp blade. Like when you got a sharp blade on your mower, you know. If you got thick weed eater line, and it's like a brick. So what do you think is going to go through the thick stuff better? Now, you have a chance of breaking your thin weed eater line easier than your thick weed eater line. So, you know, you got to be smart about it. But if you're smart about it, you do it nice and easy. You can use that thin weed eater line, and you can just zip right through the craziest, nastiest stuff, and get done with your day. So, oh man. Anyways. Let me find this house, which it's right here, actually. It should be right close by. It might even be in this area, right here. What's the name of this street? Let's see where we're at. Hold on a second. Let me see where we're at. Okay, so this one's done. This is the first one. So this threw me a little bit of a curveball. I wasn't expecting all brick. I said, is it, you know, vinyl? And he was like, oh yeah, and it's got some brick. Some. The whole damn house is brick. And then it's got some vinyl. So, I still do it as if it's vinyl. I let the bleach clean the grout. You know, the mortar in between some. I cleaned all the white, of course. all the windows, of course. And then on the west and the north, where there is buildup on the brick, especially down low, I cleaned it off. Not much, not with a lot of pressure, but just hit it with the 2-story tip and it just breaks it up after you let the bleach sit on it for a little bit. So not too bad. It's 9:30 right now. Can't complain. I put 6 of the gallon jug containers in my chemical tank, and I probably used about 3 or 4 gallons on this house. But yeah, that's it. Quick 120. Really, it's just a wash. Didn't do any of the concrete floor or anything like that. Just slabs, you know. So let's oh, and I got a phone call. Now, at the beginning of the season, the first day of this season, I got a phone call or a text message from a customer saying, please don't come this week, I don't need you. And I text her back like, hey, you know, I'm not going to play these games. You know, in my head I'm thinking, I'm like, look, if I don't come this week, I'm not coming for 2 weeks. If I don't come for 2 weeks and your place is a mess, you're paying more. And the reason why I'm playing hardball with her like that also is because her neighbor owes me 160 bucks from last year. And every once in a while, the wife would call me and tell me some type of something. So I never wanted to get too, you know, upset over it. Whatever. I figured, well, they'll be good for it eventually. So I wrote them off as a loss. And I just got a phone call from the neighbor who owes me 160 bucks. And he was like, hey, we got things all finalized with the attorneys and everything, so I'd like to go ahead and make a payment. So I guess they were going through a divorce. I don't know. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me go ahead and send you over an invoice. So when I get home tonight, I'll shoot him an invoice because I don't use the internet on my phone. So tonight when I get home, I'll shoot him an invoice, and we'll be good with that. And he'll make his payment of a 160 that he owes. And I really couldn't be happier. All right, let's go to the next house. That's another example why I kind of like post-payment over prepayment. I mean, again, I'm going to get a big chunk of change that I had a feeling he'd be good for it. I mean, you know, we shook hands on the deal a while back, and I'll take people for their word. I'm a very trusting person. And so that's another one that I almost chalked up as burned, but I didn't. And I continued to make money throughout the year last year doing the neighbor with them. And, you know, counting those two $40 lawns together as 80 bucks every time I showed up. Okay, so 4 times I didn't get 80 bucks. I only got 40 bucks because only the neighbor paid. But now I'm getting a big chunk of change, $80. Or $160. I mean, that's pretty darn good. So, I mean, I don't think... I have to really do some research. I really got to look back at my records for any left open invoices from last year, but I don't think I have any. If so, I don't know. There were a few that went behind, and then they paid me expecting me to cut their grass, and then I was like, no. Sorry, your slot was replaced due to lack of payment. I mean, you know, I've done that. Now, I mean, if you burn me and you go 2 months without paying me, then hey, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and do that. I'm not gonna force prepay because I'm not set up for prepay. So I don't want to force some people prepay and some people not, because then it's up to me to remember who prepay. I don't want to get into that. If I don't have a warm fuzzy, it stops after 2 cuts, maybe 3. If I have a warm fuzzy, I'll let it go for a little while, but I'll go and door knock, you know. And so we got 6. When I get this 160 bucks, I'm gonna have like damn near close to $800 in recovered money that I would have lost had I done prepay and I stuck to it and I didn't do the work. So that's all. And it's not, you know, I'm not sitting there trying to like insult or hurt anybody else's feelings on how they run businesses. So you guys that do prepay, don't, you know, please don't take it personal. It's not. You do your thing, I do my thing. I like your way, and I bet you like my way. But you're comfortable with what you have, I'm comfortable with what I have. And, you know, we just get through it. And share the advice, of course. Right? Right. pretty girl next to me, but she's smoking. Disgusting. Disgusto. So I feel like I've been driving. Hang on. Yep, we're on. I feel like I've been driving for freaking ever. I've gone from Richmond Hill, which is an area I don't work in, that's way out west, but it's kind of cool because I had to get some things anyways, so I got them. You know, I got those things I showed you earlier, the parts. But then I did that house. Great. But now I shoot over, and I'm going all the way up to the furthest freaking neighborhood that I work in. It's a place called Summersby. So I'm going to go all the way there to go do a 2-story, and I'm almost there. And then from there, I shoot all the way back down by the Kroger McDonald's area by where I live, and I'm going to do a 2-story there. And then, if I get all that done and everything's good, I got my guy, my contract guy, is taking a 20-inch, his own 20-inch that I paid for, and he's going to shoot over to a customer's house that hasn't been done yet this year, but they were getting separated, but I guess they worked things out, so now she's on board and wants her place cut. So I'm going to send him there to start mowing it down because it's going to be horrendous. So he's just going to chop it down with his 20-inch, and then hopefully at the end of the day I'll have time. I'll just run over there with my weed eater and my handheld blower, and I'll just do a quick cleanup of it, the weed eat edge with the weed eater, and blow off. And I should be good with that, you know. But I want to try to get 4 houses washed today. 4 houses washed would be $480. There's 4 2-stories. If I can do that, it's $480. If I can't, then I do, well, $480 plus the $45 yard, or is it 40? I gotta look. I think it's 40. So 480, so $520, and I throw him a 20 for going over there and mowing it down with his 20-inch that I paid for. So I throw him a 20 to just go mow it down, and so where are we at? 480, 520, so that's a $500 day. And then take away basically $30 for the bleach. I bought 10 gallons of bleach, so that was $25.50 plus tax. And I bought a big thing of generic Dawn dishwashing soap. It's like 4 something, so it's like $32 or something like that. So take $30 out of 500, and we're at a $470 day minus fuel. You know, the fuel that I'm using in my truck and pressure washer. But I've said that already. I don't count that in my daily expense. That's, you know, that's just over the course of the week. So if we could do that, 470, and we're at 1,800, so we're gonna be at 2,270. So my goal for the week is $2,000 a week or $400 a day, and we'll be at 2,300 basically. So we'll be 300 over goal for the week. Not bad for basically the first week in April, our first, you know, our first solid week of mowing for the second time. So everybody's pretty much situated. $2,300. I don't think that's too bad pulling that number off. But to do that, I got to keep boogieing. I got to keep on keeping on. So, but now there will be a lot less driving. Once I get this one done, I got one more closer to my house, and then I got one right on my street, and then I got that weed eating blow job that I can try to do. I can try to get that done. And damn, lady, trying to crash me back there. She got kind of a little bit close to my pressure washer, to my trailer. But she's got blonde hair, so it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and tap it. Make me pull over, stop, and ask you for your information. What's your 7 digits? And then she'll say, it's 10 digits now. And I'll say, word. And she'll say, beat it. And I'll be like, Michael Jackson, word. All right, guys. Oh. Okay, that's another one down. Customer's going in the house. This one's got some crazy edges. Not bad though. Let me show you the back real quick. He's absolutely thrilled. It's like, I've never seen anything like it. Look at that. I did the pagoda to Pagola? I don't know what the hell it's called. Pergola, I think. I did that too for him. No extra charge, just misted it down. But man, huh? Not too shabby. Let me show you the front real quick. Real high peaks up there. Pretty. All right, let's head back down south. Okay, so we do have 2 done. That's nice. Now we got a brand new one that the customer called yesterday to get done. So we'll do that one now. And then I got to figure out where we're at for time. I got to work on getting this lawn squared away for the weekend for my customer. I was so excited that I was done with lawns for the week, but she's a great customer, so I'm going to take care of her. And then I can finish the last house later on because it's right on my street where I live, and I can see my kids if I miss the bus, you know what I mean, if I'm not done in time. So so that's the plan. So that's where we're at. So we got to see how things keep on going. And hey, check it out. A lot of you guys are writing like really personal messages to me, and I appreciate it. However, I don't want you to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to get into a competition with anybody else. Okay, let me put it to you that way. So I appreciate your comments. I really, really do. But, you know, every other lawn channel that's out there is doing the same thing that I'm doing. And, you know, they got different things going on, and it's not a competition. So although I appreciate you guys watching and commenting, and I hope that you guys just start talking amongst yourselves on my channel, because I don't have time to answer all the questions that I get. I mean, honest to God, guys, look at a video and go back and look at the comments down at the bottom if you've never seen a comment area. A lot of people don't even know comments exist, but for those of you that do, go back down and read them comments, and I swear, dude, there's 20, 30 comments, you know, but that's like yesterday's video. There might be 7 or 8 right now. There might be 10 or 11. But then go back to the day before, and people left 3 or 4 more comments on there, and go back to 2 days before that, and people left 3 or 4 comments. So my comment is going up by like 25 or 30 a day. And so when I comment, you know, I'll comment back, and when I comment back and I respond, usually an answer leads to more questions. And so I don't want you guys getting hurt that I'm not talking to you, especially some of you guys that have been around from the start. You know, I don't want you thinking like I'm thinking, oh, I'm so big, I'm just not even going to answer you guys anymore. It just gets to a point now, it's like, okay, well, do I answer this guy because I feel a sense of loyalty to this guy because he's been around from the start? But what about this other guy who just came on and just poured his heart out to everybody? And then I'm not going to answer him. And so, you know what I mean? And I really don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. People told me I should turn comments off, but that's not cool. That's not a community. I don't want to turn my comments off. I want everyone to help each other and discuss it. A lot of you guys have been around long enough that you can run my channel. You guys know the answers to every single question that people are asking 90% of the time. You guys already know it. And I invite you guys to answer it. And I do go back and I read the comments. I read just about every single comment that I get, because I want to make sure that, you know, people aren't using extremely foul letters, you know what I mean, foul words in comments and stuff like that. I just, you know, I just look for that. So, and no name calling to other people. I don't like that. And I've seen that too. I see that on other channels where people will start arguing amongst themselves, or they might start arguing with the host. You know, I'm not into that, man. I don't want that issue. And so, I mean, I do read every comment, and you guys are like getting kind of not personal in a bad way, but personal, you know. And I don't want other creators to read those comments and, you know, and then get hurt as well, or lose motivation, or feel like it's a competition, and so now they need to one up, or they need to talk bad about me, or you know what I'm saying. And then word will get back that, oh, hey, so and so over at such and such channel, you know, talked about you and compared something you're doing, and they, you know, and I just don't want any of that, because there's no reason for it. You know, my channel is my channel, and I show you guys what I'm doing. And these are the things that I'm doing during the day. You gotta take the good with the bad. You know, you gotta kind of roll with the punches. Some days you'll have to have thick skin. Some days, you know, we're gonna laugh. Right now, I don't have too much to laugh about. I have a lot to be thankful for, but I don't have a lot to laugh about right now. At least not unless it's a medieval sick kind of a laugh, like, you know, burning down some bridges that I cross over in my life right now. You know, there is a personal life that I have too, but in fact, I was thinking of sharing a little bit of that with you guys, but not like my wife or kids, you know, stuff like that. I mean, that's just something that's not fair to them to get too personal. But I was thinking about doing like an after the show, you know, like an after hours, maybe like 2 or 3 nights a week, maybe do like live Periscope or something, or do something live in my home so you guys can see what I'm doing at night. Because, you know, the business doesn't end when I say, all right, guys, till tomorrow, you know, or we'll do this again tomorrow, or hey, you know, we'll be back at it tomorrow, or whatever. My business doesn't end. My job doesn't end. My day's not over. I then got to go and I got to invoice my customers. If I don't send an invoice, I at least have to record that the work was done. I got to call back customers that left me voicemail about they want this, they want that, estimates, you know, can you schedule this, can you do that? New people with house washes and stuff like that needs to get talked to. I got invoicing to do. I got to credit those that pay, that, you know, checks come in the mail. I have to credit that because not everybody wants to pay online, which I love online payment, but not everybody wants to do that. I mean, some people bring me cash when I'm at my house. They live in my neighborhood, they see me, they stop, you know. I gotta make notes. I do all that. I gotta eat. I gotta take care of my dogs. I gotta clean something in my house. I got a big house, you know, that's empty. I gotta prepare for tomorrow. I gotta do my YouTube video. I gotta read comments. I gotta comment on comments. You know, I got things that I gotta do too that have to do at work, have to do with YouTube, and then also might almost have a personal life, almost, but I don't. I mean, I built my entire business and I built my entire life over the fact that I was going to have a wife and I was going to have kids at the home, that my life would be taking care of the business to take care of what my wife and kids need, and her job was to take care of what the house needs. So she did the shopping, she did the cleaning, she did the kids, you know, of course I helped with stuff, but I mean, she was the housekeeper, housemaker, wife, mother, nanny, you know. So at night when I came home and I did what I had to do, then we converged together. And so now we don't have that, you know. Now I got to do everything. I got to let the dogs out. I got to feed the dogs. I got to clean this. I got to take out the trash. I got to do everything. So including my YouTube, including my yard books program for my customers, including, you know, what needs to be done tomorrow, catch up on some of the news, talk to some of my friends, talk to my mom, open the mail. I mean, there's so much that I do at 5 o'clock to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I think you guys should see some of that. So that way you guys can kind of get a better understanding as more than just, it's more than just cutting yards. You know, this life, the lawn care life, lawn lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, all the different vlogs that people have, they call it different things. You know, for all of us that are creating videos, you know, I just call us creators. All of us creators that are creating videos, we also are, you know, business owners, and business owners also have a lot to do besides just what you see cutting grass. I mean, when you get to a level where you have 80 or 100 customers, I mean, it's crazy. You're not your own boss. You have 80 to 100 bosses, and they're all pulling up on you in so many different directions. And then, you know, billing and invoicing and all that, estimates. So it's never ending until 7:30 at night. It's completely mentally exhausting. It's physically exhausting all day long to be out here what we do. And then, you know, all day long my mind's racing. 100 miles an hour, my mind's racing 100 miles an hour, always working toward money, looking at the next dollar. Can we make more money here? Can we make more money there? How can I be more efficient? Where can I get gas that'll save me gas? You know, where can I do this? Where can I do that? Lunch. my contract guy that I try to use, squeezing in customers last minute, all that stress, mental stress during the day, on top of the physical stress of destroying your body, you know, from 8 in the morning until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon out in the sun, running around like a chicken with your head cut off with a weed eater and all that, you know. I mean, there's no break. 5-6 days a week, there's no break from now all the way to October. And I'm not looking for a pity party. I mean, that's just what we do. That's the job that we do. That's what we chose. That's what we do. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. But then we go home and then we got paperwork to do, and we got a house to take care of, and dogs to take care of, and an ex-wife to contend with, and children that, you know, you text and try to tuck in at night over the phone, you know. I mean, it's a constant, never-ending cycle right now that I see this week, especially with you know, it's hard. It's definitely hard, and I think you guys should see a little bit of that. Maybe live, you know, not so much like videos where I have to then upload and edit and stuff like that, but just live, man. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out, but I gotta find this address, and this will be house number 3. Okay, so when I pulled up to the 3rd house to pressure wash, there was a lawn crew doing that yard. They were mowing. There were 3 guys. I started to wash, and they had left just as I started rolling up my hoses. Unreal. How slow they are or how fast I am. This one is done. The back was really bad. It was really bad. In and out, man. In and out. I put 3 more gallons of bleach in my chemical tank. I got, I don't know, 5 or 6 gallons left. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta look to see how many gallons I have left. So that's the 3rd 2-story. Done. Show you the back. See, there's a back here too. That was green all the way up. Horrible. But yeah, man. I mean, they didn't even do the hedges over there. Cut, edge, trim, blow, did some sweeping, and left. They didn't even do the hedges. No fence. There's no gate. There's 3 or 4 guys. They have 3 huge machines. They had a walk behind and 2 0 turns. Hey, they ain't making no money, man. They ain't making no money. 3 guys. And I did a 2-story house wash. Dude, I did this house wash in like 30 minutes. Look what time it is. 12:25. I mean, I could do 3 more. We're at 360 right now. We're on pace of doing a $720 day. Just pressure washing. Just house washing. A little trailer. I put the pallet from my truck, I just threw it on the trailer because I just store it in my backyard when I'm not using it. So I just rolled it out today, and I'll use my 0 turn to back it back in there, be done with it. Yeah, unbelievable. 360 already. We're gonna go do now 480. We're gonna go make it 480 right now. It's getting warm in here. Let's go make it 480, and I gotta figure out what this guy's doing about getting that yard cut. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just heard from Project Boy. That's what I'm going to start calling my little contractor guy. Project Boy, because everything with him's a freaking project. So the mower that I bought him won't start, he says. I don't know, whatever. So I said, come get my mower and my weed eater. I topped them both off. I gave him the address to go to, which is right across the street. So I'm going to wash this house, and I'm going to shoot over there, and then I'm going to help him. I'm going to help him finish that yard up. So I'm going to throw him a 20 for getting it done, getting the mowing done. And that's basically all I'm going to throw him. And then from here, he runs up and picks his niece up. So it's kind of on the way. But yeah, whatever. He ain't making a lot of money off of me, that's for damn sure. Especially since he's a project. Now I'm backing into this one. This is number 4. So this will put us at 480 for the day, guys. 480. Unreal. And we'll try to do some video on this one, since I know nobody's home. Okay guys, here's a refresher course for all you new people that don't know. Well, a refresher course for all you that have been with me, but info for you new guys for pressure washing. This is my chemical tank. I put bleach and a squirt of soap. So about 5 gallons of bleach, put a squirt of soap, dishwashing soap. Then I just have the hose coming out and it goes to the injector, downstream injector. So the water comes out and feeds my gun and it sucks the soap and bleach in. Okay, that's it. That's downstream injector. So I got the reels, and that is it. We go like this, and we fire her up. We are now ready to make some money. I definitely saved the dirtiest house for last, but that's okay. Because when I'm done, it'll be like new. Oh, look at that. Look at the shingles on the outs. I'll fix that for him. At least I'll try to. Look at this. Look at this. Black. It's black and green. Oh boy. Let's see what we can do. You ready? Let's do it. And I like to put soap in because I use the window once I see suds, then I know I got my downstream injectors working. Gotta pull it in through the line. There we go, we got suds. This is nasty bad. See, it's all soft pressure. No hard pressure. That's the black soap tip. And right now the goal is just to deliver the chemical, the bleach and soap. And just start eating through it all. Let me get some more hose. We come around here. Remember, the north and the west is always your worst sides. So that's the north, and now this is the west. Well, look at this. They did an add-on to this house. Look at that. It's not their fault. I mean, you got all these trees back here. They never get sun. It's all on the windows. Terrible. I'm putting it on nice and thick. Really let it start eating through it. Next we go with the pink tip, which is your second story tip for soap delivery, so we can get up there without any ladders. Let's see if I can get you guys over here. Hopefully the sun's not in your eyes. That's some serious stuff there. And we go around to the other side. Now watch this. It's like almost spotless already. Look at that. What was it, 5 minutes? Not even? Spotless. Now I just meet where I finished, where I couldn't reach earlier. Now I just meet it and bring it back this way. What's up with that? Once the chemical's on, it's doing its job. They're going to be shocked when they can see out their windows. I can get that with a chair. Hopefully this will hold me. There you go, roof repair. No charge. Whee! See how it is? All soft tips. Watch this. You guys just stare at this for a minute. Right here. Stare at that. Still staring? Keep staring over there. Will it get lighter? See that? Almost done. That is bad. But it's okay. We're getting it. It's like just about gone, huh? Heck yeah. Let's keep rolling. We gotta keep delivering the soap and bleach. And then we rinse it off. Too easy. So here's the thing, I mean, we're working on $480, right? If I wasn't stopping to get my kids, if my soon-to-be ex-wife wasn't such an ignorant idiot, then I'd keep going, because I got about a $250 pressure wash job that needs to get done, or at least 200. It's a driveway, walkway, back porch, and a one-story house. I mean, if I could keep going, you're talking 480, 580, 680, about a $730 day done by 5. 730 bucks done by 5. hoses marked up. Make sure this ain't fogging up. Looks like we got some spots on it. Alright, let's keep going. Having fun? Sometimes you got to get a little fancy trying to get it to reach up in there, you know. Hang with me, we're almost done. You haven't fallen asleep yet, have you? Start to finish, baby. start to finish. Well, garage is going down, trailer's parked in the backyard, gate's locked, and homeboy is out there, should be approaching that yard right now. So I will give him a minute to get started with the mowing, and I'm gonna run up and see if I got any checks in my mail, and cause I'd like to have everything done before my kids get home. I got to do 2 people paid, 2 people need to be invoiced. One of them will pay me online, the new guy, the first red brick house we did this morning. He's gonna pay me online tonight when he gets home, and then my customer here, she'll mail me a check from right down the road, or she might just leave it in the mailbox. And then the other 2 paid, and then I picked up a check from a customer that called while I was pressure washing and said, come on by, checks in the mailbox. So I got that. So I'll go check, see if we got more. That way I can close out everybody. I can do the 2 invoices that need to be invoiced. I can close out everyone that paid and give him a chance to mow and get things situated over there. And then I'll come with the weed eater and be a hero and clean it up. And so it's 2:07 right now. So by 3 o'clock, I'll be done with everything I need to do, and I'll have 520 bucks made. Now 520, take 20 for this guy, 10 in gas, $10 bill. So that's 500, and then take 30 out for the bleach and soap. Oh hell, let's just take 50 out, whatever. So 450. But it wasn't. I mean, it's actually more like 465, 470. But I mean, we broke goal again. Yesterday we busted goal. Today we busted goal. The day before we busted goal, and the day before that I think we just made goal. But whatever it is, it turns out to be 1,800 plus, say 450, so 2,250. So that's where we're at, 2,250 after expenses, not including fuel for my truck or fuel for my machines, but after the bleach and after paying homeboy. So 5 days, so that's an average of 450 bucks a day. on average. We did. I like that. Somebody asked me what my weekly take is in lawns, and I don't mind sharing. I'll share the numbers with you guys. Who gives a crap? I mean, seriously, who gives a crap? So what? I'll tell you, do 400, do 400. Now, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell you all my deduction. I mean, we're not going to break out tax records here. I'm not freaking running for president, but who cares? I ask other people to share numbers just so I can have a gauge as to how I'm doing. I mean, are there other solo guys that work like me that are doing $800 a day and I'm like sucking over here at 400? You know what I mean? Do I need to step up my game? Or am I setting the bar, and are you guys doing like 200, 250 and you're trying to get to where I'm at? You know, or am I right in the middle? Are we looking at, you know, solo guys are doing around 500, 600 or 400 or 300, and you know, when you have help you're doing 500 or 600? I mean, where are we at? I ask people to kind of share, because who cares? Seriously. So what? Doesn't, you know, it's not like who could pee up higher on a brick wall, or you know, who's whatever. It doesn't, you know, so what? Cares? I really don't care. Eventually shit's all public record anyways with the internet, so I will just leave it at that. So that's what I'm doing. So somebody asked me what my weekly take is on the lawns. So on the lawns, I mean, we're looking at anywhere around 1700. I'm trying to get that up to a steady 1800. I'd like to see that steady 1800 every 2 weeks, or every week. I think we're there. I think we are, because this week was 1800, like almost exactly 1800. I mean, I'm driving like I had my trailer, and I think the week before was really close to that too. So I don't know. And then next week I already got for sure 3 house wash jobs lined up, and 2 of them are driveways, sidewalks, and all that stuff. So next Friday's jammed up with another $600 or $700 day. Okay, so how much you want to bet when I get to this house, my guy's gonna be sitting in his truck and he's gonna have his girlfriend's sons standing out there tag teaming on the mower? How much you want to bet? I bet you. I'll be really, really surprised if not. And they better not be using my weed eater. I didn't give them my weed eater to use. I gave them my weed eater to carry, just to hold it there. So that way I can just shoot over there and not have my weed eater in the back of my truck. But we'll see. So, yeah. So how does that work out, right? So let's say, I mean, if I could rely on this guy, I would love to send this guy out on days like this and say, here's 4 or 5 houses, you know, they're $40 yards. I'll give you 20 bucks per. Here's the equipment. Go cut it. Just crap equipment, you know what I mean? Nothing major, just crap equipment. Just get it done. You know, on crap yards I don't really care about, or first time cuts or something like that, just to get them cleaned up, right? I mean, I think subcontracting's awesome in that sense, you know. Now you got to be real careful, because you do a pogue like this and he doesn't have insurance or license or anything like that. I mean, this guy has to work under my insurance, you know. If something happens, it's my claim. I have to claim it. If it's something that I can't fix, you know, then it'll be my claim. Yeah, I mean, plain and simple. I was mowing and this is what happened. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. But I have $1 million coverage, so it's actually $2 million. It's $1 million per occurrence, 2 occurrences per year. Up to, not 2 occurrences, but 2 $1 million occurrences per year. I could have 50 claims. I just can't go over. They can't go over $1 million. If they're $1 million, then that's 1, and then I can have 1 more. So like brain damage and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like if you actually really hurt somebody, God forbid. But yeah, whatever. But I mean, it's pretty awesome if I could send this guy out to like something like that, 4 or 5 yards a few days a week. It would make 80 or 100 bucks without lifting a finger on my end, and he makes 80 or 100 bucks with no responsibility. He just goes out there and does a little bit of work. And you do that a couple times a week. He's making a couple $100 a week with no responsibility. I'm making a couple $100 a week to provide him with a decent machine that'll get the job done. I mean, all he's doing is push mowing. So, I mean, it's an option. It's something to think about. Okay guys, we got it done. It was a mess, but we got it done. It is $250. $250. And we out of here. $250 and we got $520 in revenue. $450 basically. $460 I guess profit, I guess you could say. $460. And it's not even 3 o'clock. Friday. And all my customers are happy. I like it. I like it. So, oh, my customer wants to pay me. All right, hold on. Okay, so I'm driving away. A damn customer is trying to wave at me, and I'm not looking in my mirror. I ain't paying no attention. And so the neighbor waved me down. It's like, hey, the guy behind you. So I look in my mirror, and there he is. So he wanted to pay, so he paid with his credit card right there. He swiped it. Swipe. So that's good. So got that. So I don't have to do paperwork for him. But I gotta go home and do 2 paperworks now. 2 jobs that I did today. The pressure washers. Get those done and clear out the checks that I received. And it's 3 o'clock. 2:56, and I'm done, baby. Done. And enjoy my weekend with my kitties. All right. So I don't know. I'd ask if you guys learned anything today, but I don't think today we taught. I think we just went out and worked. I don't know. I really don't remember. But what a day, huh? Good Lord, what a day. I'll see you guys Monday. Maybe this weekend I'll do an update video with the kids to say hi. But other than that, I'll see you guys Monday. We'll be right back at it.